we have alcohol in the vicinity, I'm like, I ain't gonna go lick it off fucking floors. I ain't being funny, but I just want a lemonade.
So if you go,
do you listen to your own music?
Way too much.
Yeah, just sharing a sushi roll and death screaming in the back of a green room. It's enjoyable, really enjoyable. Yeah, Jack Black. He's got a beard. He's just a fucking nutter. Yeah, that's about it, really.
You gotta love a Spoons though, because it's the only place I can reliably go in before a fucking before a concert, knowing that they're not gonna boot me out. Exactly. I've just done like a 2.5 hour train journey. Like all I wanted a fruit shoot.
Can you watch? I think I genuinely went to him. Can you watch him for me while I go in and down my pint? And he looked at me, and I just walked in.
I'm not happy with that. To be honest, that's bang out of order, really.
You know what? Alex is the type of person when he makes pasta to snap the spaghetti in house, it'll fit in the pan. Honestly,
well, that's a fucking lie, you big milk. We want Lars, but we want him dead.
On an instrument or just there?
Just propped up at the back, trying to claim copyright on some of the songs or something.
Hello, and welcome to episode 27 or 8 of the Uncensored podcast. I'm Riley, this is my co-host Tom, and once again, we're joined by guests.
hello.
Yep. Yes, we are. We are joined by Alex. Yep. We always do the hands. We are joined by Alex and Jack from Unknown Refuge. How are you boys doing tonight?
Grand, apart from the cold. Other than that, great.
We'll hopefully power through this, and hopefully this podcast will make you feel a bit better.
Oh well, I have high hopes. Don't worry.
Oh, you're going to be so disappointed.
Oh well. So, have you seen any of our episodes before, or are you?
I think I've seen the one amongst liars. I remember them sharing the links, and we've played with them a few times. So I think it came up, and I obviously had a listen and stuff like that. I have seen a few of them. I think I remember what was the other one? The Karma Effect, I think it was.
Yeah, that was a good episode. I fairly enjoyed that one. But it's good to see that we've reached out. Well, not reached out to you. We have reached out to you. It's good to see that it's managed to reach you. That's the words. It's the words.
Yeah,
so
it's good to be here.
We're just gonna go along with a couple of questions and a nice little bit of a chat. Nothing too chaotic, hopefully, maybe. So how did Unknown Refuge come to where they are today? So how did they start, and how did it all come to where it is now?
I'm gonna pray. No, we originally started like some kind of like, you know, the ones that just play in the local pubs and they play covers and all that kind of stuff. Started doing that when we were younger. And then we started doing a bit of our own songs just as bits to drop into a set that was still predominantly covers. And eventually, over about 5 years, we ended up writing our first album with no intention of it being an album. We just wrote 9 or 10 songs that we went, should we just record it and see what happens? And then we did that. And here we are, really. There's not much else to it, I suppose. Releasing music. Yeah, well, exactly. You know you've made it, so it's clearly doing something right.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
But so, like we know roughly your band origin, but how did you come up with the name for your band?
Again, this was just before Jack joined us. We entered a Battle of the Bands competition, and we needed a name. And we were practicing in like a fucking, just one of the rehearsal rooms somewhere, and it had a green sign that just said Refuge Point on the wall. I was like, oh, I wonder where mine is. And thus was born Unknown Refuge. I'd like to say it was a deeper story than it is, but it really isn't.
It doesn't sound deep, but it sounds just out there.
Yeah, it was just pick a word that we saw on the wall and yeah, that'll do.
Oh, that's perfect moment. So, what is your go-to music? What would you say?
I'll let you take this one, Alex, because mine's all over the place.
Can I? Yeah.
Happy to take everyone's taste of music today.
Yeah, mine's pretty broad, I'd say. Predominantly like metal, the metalcore, deathcore, bit of sort of classic rock, sort of new wave of British heavy metal, the classic British heavy metal stuff. And then we've also got sort of the likes of old school sort of 80s rap and stuff like that, the likes of Biggie and Pac. So a bit all over the place in that sense, but I'm sure Jack's is a bit more chaotic than mine.
I'm into my rock, I'm into my metal, but then I'm into me indie, into my rap music, I'm into my dance music, I'm into me clubbing at 3 p.m. listening to shite, you know what I mean? Bit of everything to me, not really.
I mean, it's good to have a variety of music. Yeah, it's good to have a variety of music just to listen to, because then you get on with everyone in every genre. Then
yeah, really. I like mixing genres together. To be fair, it makes you a lot more creative rather than just going down one lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it makes them more unique to you as well if you're like expanding and genre mixing.
I find a lot of bands that sort of just pop onto the music scene because they do something different of just doing something that no one's ever done before, and it'll just be something simple like mixing two genres, but it catches people. So
yeah, definitely. Hang on, sorry, I've lost track of my questions. But so we know what you would listen to on a day to day. But is your own music ever in your rotation? Like, do you listen to your own music?
Way too much. But we've come to hate our own music really because we just over listen to it that much.
Especially during like the writing process, we heard it like when the recording, we heard it hundreds and hundreds of times on loops, just certain sections. And you come out of it with a brand new recorded album. You go, oh, the mixing's great. But fuck me, do I hate every single song now. I can't hear it without going, no, next song, no. It's all downloaded on my Spotify to try and boost algorithm things. It's not worked, but they're all downloaded. It's just any time they come on in the car, I'm like, oh my God, no. And just anything else.
So you wouldn't like it if it came on at a party that you was at. You just go, no, get it off.
Depends how big the party
Switch it off.
You know? If the party had 20,000 people there, I think I'd be all right with it. But if it was just me mate dicking about on the speaker, then probably less so.
Yeah, I think it's a bit different if it's like a big festival. I'm thinking about, no, fuck that. I can't listen to my own shit. Yeah, just.
But, what is the inspiration to your band? Like, what bands would you say you've kind of taken your inspiration from?
Probably a number of things. I know I'll pull certain inspirations from somewhere different than Jack will, and I think that's what blends quite nicely and stuff like that because we've obviously both listened to different things. But I'd say my primary sort of bands would be bands like Alter Bridge. I try and pull the likes of Slash and the old school classic rock and metal and try and do something new with it because obviously, like I said, I'm into like me metalcore and deathcore bands. So I kind of pull from a range of different places, but I have to pinpoint them. I'd say primarily the old school rock with a general newer metal feel sort of thing.
I'm more into when writing, sort of into sort of the new sort of like, you know, bands like Architects and stuff, that sort of sound.
Yeah,
I love
Architects. Yeah, I mean, Alex sort of just mix it together and produces something. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
produces something we don't know what to call it when people go, "Oh, what genre are you?" I'm not a fucking clue, mate. Not a fucking clue.
It's a mixture of things, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
that's probably the best way to be though, because you can guarantee everything's going to be interesting.
Well, yeah, because if we don't know what's going to happen, they certainly don't.
Yeah. But so, with all these artists, is there any venue in particular that is like really a bucket list to play?
It's a bucket list. Like realistically, you want to be playing that main stage at Download, which would be, I guess, any rock metal band sort of dream headline stage. But I would like to get across the pond to some of the ones like Wacken and stuff like that, and because you know headlining one in the UK, don't get me wrong, would be absolutely fantastic. But to say you've done it overseas would be just something else even more mind blowing. I think that'd be personally that'd be mine.
I also
Yeah,
do
that is.
Bloodstock, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's either I think for any band like rock or metal, I think it's either Download or Bloodstock they decide to pick, which is either way, both of them are good.
You just can't beat
Yeah,
the
yeah.
crowd,
So
can
you've
you?
not got you've not got a bad option there.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, they're both solid picks, really. But kind of, I wouldn't say piggybacking off Riley's question. It's more so if you were to collaborate with any band or artist, with either just yourself or just the whole band, just the whole of Unknown Refuge, who would it be?
Oh, that's a good one.
Big old think of that one.
Yeah, Christ. You put me on the spot here now. To collaborate with, I'd probably pick someone like have you heard a band called The Chemists?
I don't think I have.
They're a bit like
cool.
a bit like Pendulum. So they've got all the synth rock elements, and I think it'd just be really cool to make like a drum and bass style synth metal track. I think it'd just be
Pretty cool.
it interests me anyway. Whether it interests anyone else, I don't know. But
For me, I think Alex will know the answer to this. Probably Sleep Token.
Would be good, especially how they're making out their
Not just so I
name.
can find out. Not just so I can find out who they are. I do love the music. You know, they're one of my favourite bands at the minute. So
take the mask and just run away. Good.
Funny, I
solid
can come
picks
out with
there.
a mask and no one will know any different. I'll just start singing and they'll be like, "What the hell's this?"
Christ, he's dropped off.
But so kind of tethering on from like these type of bands, are there any bands that you wish you could have seen that now you might not really have the chance to?
Motorhead for me, absolutely. I'm a massive Motorhead fan, and playing with Phil Campbell was one of like the best things that's ever happened to me. But I'd have loved to have seen him in the 90s, 80s, just absolutely big, massive stage, just blowing people's eardrums. I'd love to have been there.
I would have loved to see probably Iron Maiden in the 90s and U2 as well. Not a rock band really, but just when they were in the prime. There's so many bands that are just absolutely insane in the prime.
Yeah.
Me and Alex often say we were born in the wrong year. We would have rather been born 30 years ago.
Oh, big time, yeah.
Fair. That is a good point there, because most of the bands that they had like 30, 20 years ago, we don't really have today, obviously, but they were all just so good.
That's it. I love the classic music, not classic music, but like blues and jazz and everything that happened in the 60s that you'd still be able to get should you be born in the 70s. You'd still have the tail ends of BB King and the likes of that, and Elvis and stuff moving into sort of modern rock and eventually becoming metal. I think it'd be great.
Couldn't say no to a boogie with Elvis, could you? Back in the day.
No, you couldn't, could you really?
Yeah. So kind of like moving away from all like the all the dream questions, and moving to mainly your band now. So how is all the upcoming music coming for you? That was very poorly worded. So how's all the recording going? How is the recording going for any new songs, album?
It's definitely they're all there, wrong order. It's coming along great. I think we've got another few tracks that are like ready to go. We're just in the works on making sure everything's set for them, and we're currently writing now. I think we've got 3 or 4 more songs that are written and got bits of demos to them that we'll be ready to take to the studio, hopefully pretty soon, and that will obviously lead. I'm saying hopefully a lot because we ain't got a fucking clue, but hopefully that'll then lead onto an album at some point this year.
Hopefully. That sounds promising.
Well, yeah, again, hopefully, yeah, it should be.
Yeah, but so this is really not tethering from anything at all, really. But I need to fill runtime. So if you could pick one of your songs, where would you like? What film Like, is there any specific moments in a film that you'd play your song?
Well, the Game
Oh,
of Thrones
that's-
is battling, really.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Well, no, it's not a film. but-
Lord of the Rings or something. Just when you've got which battle is it now? Oh yeah, when Gandalf comes from the east at the crack of dawn, just to have something like To the Light playing as they fly down the hill. I think that'd be great. And also one of the best film franchises of all time. So
And one of the worst songs.
So, have you got any quite cool up and coming bands that you are quite favourable of? Like, trying to think of how to word it properly. So, what are some of your like favourite up and coming bands
that we've well, there's a few.
that you've
I've-
seen that you're playing with? Any?
Yeah, I can't even call them up and coming anymore. But Florence Black, I think we've played with them a couple of times over the past couple of years, and I mean they're absolutely fucking smashing it out of the park now, big time.
Oh, they are.
Like, they're doing
definitely.
incredible. So I don't think that really
also
counts as an up
quite
and
a big
coming
fan
anymore.
of them.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely phenomenal. Like, I mean,
Well,
live
the
it's
thing is-
unreal.
I've not seen them live yet. I really need to see them live, but I've never got
Have
the
you not?
chance to because I've always been busy.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely
like
phenomenal live.
They're one of my bands on that list of like bands to see live.
Yeah,
And-
if I were you, I'd try and get in there soon because I do think they're going to hit it big, like really big.
Yeah, I can see that coming in the next couple, like 2 years or so.
And to be fair, they're pretty much there now, aren't they? With the likes of Hellfest
Yeah.
and stuff coming up, and so they're pretty much where I would absolutely dream to be as a musician growing up. So not really up and coming anymore, but I think them, and then there's Black Lakes as well. They're great lads. We only really sort of met them face to face a couple of months ago, but yeah, they're good lads who sort of been listening to the music prior to that. And the fact that they're all just sound as fuck, it makes it even better.
I've got a nice little story here. So we had them on a good couple of weeks ago, and I'd messaged them. And what I normally do, I normally ask all the bands if they know any bands that fancy coming on. They suggested yours.
Oh, right, yeah, brilliant. No, that's good of them. No,
They're
nice. Yeah, I'll
They're
definitely
such
thank
a
you.
good band. They're such a good load of boys, really.
Yeah, I think we were getting ready to go on, and I was learning to do just pure death metal vocals in the back with a drummer for no apparent reason.
Oh, yeah, the game's
Just-
a lesson, yeah.
Yeah, just sharing a sushi roll and death screaming in the back of a green room. It's enjoyable, really enjoyable. Yeah.
It's a bit strange.
sounds
People
brilliant.
walking in, but people walking just
yeah,
hearing
big
random
time.
shouting, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's going on back here? It's just Jack sat there going.
That is something
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's something that
Oh, it was, yeah.
baffled me at first. Like when me and Tom really started doing the podcast, it's just how friendly everyone in like the rock and metal scene is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't expect everyone to be like all of them to just be awful people. But I mean, I didn't expect all of them to be some of like the most jolly people that I've ever met. Like when their music is like screaming, ripping vulture heads off. But
Don't know what band that is, mate, but you'll have to send a link. I've always found any gigs that we go to, any of the bands on, the crowd there, the people that are working the event, they are just some of the nicest people ever.
Absolutely.
I think one of the best examples is like Dan Byrne gets on, gives a massive belting scream, and he's singing top of his voice. And an hour before that, we were sat downstairs in a green room with him with his little cardigan on, just chatting about random shit, just nothing really to say, just chatting about the van ride down and stuff. And you wouldn't look at them as on stage and go, "Wow, rock stars!" And then they'll just come off and have a pint with you at the back and stuff. It is really good.
Yeah,
that's what I'm about it. It's just you can have a drink with anyone anytime, really, out of the band. It's just it's nice to just like meet them and like say that you've actually met them.
Yeah. You've no idea who any of these people are going to end up being in the next 5-10 years.
Exactly. Like you could, like here, like you lot could shoot up maybe one day, hopefully, and fingers crossed, and we can say that we've had you on the podcast.
Well, yeah, exactly, and it's one of them. We've always said it doesn't really matter how big we get because how many people actually get an opportunity to be in amongst the scene, and even if we're not well versed, you just every now and then you'll just be at a bar and someone go, Unknown Refuge, and like it proper makes you like fanboys. Like, I've been spotted, you know what I mean? And it's just some old dear from the down south or something that's seen us one time at a gig and happened to bump into us, and it's a surreal feeling, it really is. But yeah, we love absolutely every second of it.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's cool to get recognised and all that.
Of course, and when you eventually do make it big, and you're playing a big gig, you can go, "For those uncentered lads, they're proper sound." And then we can follow you up. So,
absolutely, yeah. Well, we'll need compares and stuff, won't we? So, you know, who better than the dynamic duo themselves?
Honestly, if you need anyone to carry your bags, I'm doing the bare minimum. Let's be honest, I'm going to fail my GCSEs anyway. So, that's what I get paid for doing. So,
that's the attitude.
Well, don't remember. Don't worry, we won't forget our roots. We'll do what we can.
Okay. Shit.
Oh, here we go. It's already started declining.
But someone else who may follow you around is a mascot. So if you could have a mascot that cannot be an animal, it has to be an inanimate object. What would you have? So it could be like a defibrillator or a face steamer.
An EpiPen.
A peanut. Yeah.
Two of our members are very allergic to peanuts, so I feel like it's only fitting.
Well, it's not a peanut, you know what I mean?
yeah. Either a pack of peanuts to piss them both off, or an EpiPen. So one or the other.
Why not both?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the look of the dip when you get to the gig.
That could be me and Tom. We could be a duo.
Yeah,
it could be the
you just got to try and
peanuts,
figure out
the
before they
EpiPen.
come in. Yeah, you can figure out who's got what and stay away from them, Jack. That's your goal.
I knew you were going to say that, Alex. I was like, I'm going to say if Alex is peanut.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, why not?
So, out of all, I'm going to give you a really bad decision here. Out of all of the gigs that you've played, like as a band currently, what has been your favourite?
There are definitely a few. Mine personally was supporting Phil Campbell at Club Academy in Manchester. That was just a phenomenal gig. The people that were there, the crowd was amazing, and just to know that we shared a stage at a brilliant venue with some amazing musicians, it's kind of still a bit surreal for me that we played that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same with me as well, to be honest. It's always a privilege when you get to play with Phil Campbell.
Yeah,
to be fair, you can't really go wrong with Phil Campbell.
No,
you can't go wrong with him at all.
No, the best.
He's one of those that are definitely up there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think he's sort of ahead. I'd say if I was to put all the bands that we play within a pyramid, he's right there at the top, just sort of leading the way, as it were.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to debut a new question here.
Okay.
Oh.
But so we're kind of starting to enter festival season now. So I was wondering if you could pick 3 bands to headline your festival, what 3 bands would you pick?
It's a good question. I'd pick Florence Black. I'd pick Parkway Drive, and then I would also pick who's it that I've been listening to? Lamb of God. That was it. Yeah, I think I'd pick them.
That is
pretty good. I'd definitely go to that.
Oh yeah, so would I.
Yeah, I think I'd go to that, to be honest. That is like
absolutely, that'd be a great lineup.
I mean, I'm not really listening to Lamb of God, but I'd happily give them a listen anyway. Because I love Parkway Drive, I love Florence Black. Why not have them all at a festival?
Oh my God, was the first ever time I heard. It's honest, the first ever like heavy metal band I listened to was Lamb of God. It was a Ghost Walking. You know that first time when you hear a scream, you're like, what's that?
Yeah, I know, it's great.
It's Ghost Walking by Lamb of God.
Yeah, I think they're one of the in terms of metal and inspiring where it is today, I think they're one of the best bands in my opinion, big time. And the show they put on is incredible.
I have to listen.
Definitely.
But what about you, Jack? What would your lineup be?
Well, Sleep Token, as you guess. Florence Black and I'll say Architects.
Mate, to be honest, I think Architects will probably be headliners very soon. I hope for them to be headliners very soon. They are getting up there like that. I'm so happy that I'm going to download this year because I get to see Architects for the first time.
Yeah, they are brilliant live.
I saw them a few months ago. I think can't remember off the top of the head where it was, but yeah, they're brilliant.
Was that with the Biffy Clyro tour? What was that?
No, they're playing with Sleep Token. Funnily enough, that's where I found Sleep Token.
Fair enough. I was going to say I can't remember if the Biffy Clyro tour was last year or this year. Because
that was last year, but
I feel like it was.
They were headlining, but they were playing with Malevolence as well.
They are so good. They are.
First time I heard them, to be fair, but they didn't disappoint. They were great.
Again, I saw them at Download and I caught, I think, the last song, which funny enough was on Broken Glass, probably one of their most popular songs.
Yeah.
And I thought this is actually a really, really good song, and I actually like this band.
I'm gonna say, if you're into that style of bands, have you heard of a band called Fever 333?
Yes, I love them. Yeah, they're
brilliant. That's a band that I discovered at Download. It must be 2019 or something. They're just absolutely phenomenal.
They're meant to be playing this year, I think.
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah,
I definitely recognise the name, but I reckon if you played a song, I'd recognise it. But
they did a song with Papa Roach. That's probably where you would have found out.
Maybe
there's a few big ones that have been sort of shared wide, but they're another one that's like, I think, kind of not breaking into the scene, quite well established, but I think they'll go a lot bigger than they are at the minute.
Yeah, that's cool. So it was kind of going off of Riley's movie question earlier.
Yeah, I was wondering that was.
Yeah, I thought I'd just throw that out now. So they're making Unknown Refuge the biopic. What celebrity would you like to play yourselves?
Jack Black. He's got a beard. He's just a fucking nutter. Yeah, that's about it, really. That's why I said Jack Black.
Yeah, it's the same with me.
You can't pick Jack Black as well. You got to pick someone else, Melon.
No, it's just multi-rolling. He'll change your hat over every time someone else speaks.
Yeah,
it'll take his clip off. It'll take his clip-on beard off.
Yeah, exactly.
If he was just playing all four of us, and you're just seeing him running rapidly, but like most of the film was just him running and getting changed into the next character, I think that'd actually be quite funny.
Yeah, it's like a problem. I can't really grow a beard, so
it's all right. You can just rip it off every now and then.
Yeah.
If he shaves half of it off,
just do
he can speak from this side and switch to the other side.
So like kind of have like a face like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
one side shaved, one side not.
I think we've just come up with the new best film idea, to be honest. I think that's it.
Unknown Refuge.
We need to pitch this to Jack Black. We need to get this sorted. Yeah,
definitely. Especially with his sudden comeback to music.
Oh, I know, yeah. I was going to say, Peaches blew my mind. It was unreal. It's just... he's a brilliant musician.
It's such a random song, but he makes it work.
Yeah, it's one of them, like, we don't need anything, too serious, or it's a bit of a mess about, and you just hear it like, oh my God, he's done it again. One of them bands I'd love to have seen live. Yeah, Tenacious D live, I think that'd have been incredible. I'll add that to the bands that I'd have liked to have gone back and seen big time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
I'm going to bring up
struggling for questions.
No. I'm going to bring a question back from a while ago because I want to save my really juicy ones for the little second part. But what is the greatest live performance that you've seen or that you know of?
that I've seen. Oh, I'd have to say Parkway Drive. It was the O2 Arena. I mean, he came out through the crowd with 4 dudes around him, fully robed, holding like burning torches, and escorted him to the stage. And they got there, and it just fucking blew. Not that the stage didn't blow up, but I mean, the fucking stage show was just incredible.
Did they have the old rotating drum kit?
Fucking hell, did they?
Was it? I'm just wondering if they did or not. Because I remember seeing the video. I think it was from Download a good couple of years ago, and they played Crushed, and I think it was like
it's got the rolling thing, hasn't it? Like in the video. Yeah.
I know Slipknot did that
this one. Yeah.
Me, I don't go to too many gigs, to be honest. I've been aiming to go to more. That I'm not playing that. I must say, when I saw My Art Is Murder, that was a good gig.
Cool.
Yeah, mosh pits are pretty heavy, so I was sticking out of that.
Oh, mate, mosh pits are worth it when you get in there.
I know, but I was quite skinny at the time, so I was getting bounced
after.
around like a pretzel. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, not worth it the day after when you're trying to get up for work and your legs just black.
Yeah,
true. Yeah. I mean, I did Download last year, and funny enough, I think it was the day off. It was the day after the Monday. So just had the Monday off, went in Tuesday. I was killing. I was sunburned. I was dead.
But
I
think I had a sticker on me at one of them. It's sunburnt on. It was just carnage that weekend at shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a blessing or a curse that I've never really been in a mosh pit.
Yeah, you have to throw yourself in, quite literally head first.
I mean, there are times that I kind of should have. Like me, Tom, and a few other of our friends went to an Alter Bridge concert last year, which we kind of expected. Oh, shit, they usually have some decent ones. But honestly, the crowd was quite dead. It was
really?
It was like a December, I think, or was it a November? But it was
December.
It was winter.
Yeah,
it was icy. All the trains were like all messy.
Yeah, it's the only issue with winter gigs is because everyone wears their jackets because it's freezing outside, and then you get into the venue and it's boiling, so you're just stuck with like bags and 3 fucking layers that you can't carry and all that shit. And I'm not paying £5 a time to hold a fucking jacket. It's not happening.
Yeah,
I never pay it.
No, I'd rather freeze outside queuing up than pay that fucking price.
Yeah,
no chance.
The gig itself though was amazing. Like we got to see WVH Mammoth.
Shit, yeah, they're sick.
Oh yeah, they're brilliant.
They are. I'm so glad because I'm seeing them obviously Download again. I keep mentioning Download. Don't know why. Because funny enough, all the bands that I keep on mentioning are playing it. And
fucking
so what?
Excited.
I'm very excited. It's literally probably about just under a month away. Just over. Probably just under a month. But they're playing that, and then on top of that, what I've seen rumored is that they're also opening for Def Leppard and Motley Crue.
Oh, if that's true, it's going to be such a good gig when we go.
Yeah,
you will never see more headbands and bandanas in your entire life than at that gig.
Yeah, I'm quite nervous.
To be honest, so am I, but I'm only really go. I love both bands, really, but I'm just really going to say that I've seen them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like a tick off the list. Yeah, I've seen that big band before they stopped. I've seen this band. Yeah,
half of them.
That was what it was like with Kiss. That was what it was like with Kiss. And who was it? There was another band. I can't remember the other band, but there was another band that I went to go see just for the sake of saying that I've seen them.
Yeah. No, it's fair enough. I've done that with a few bands. It's like
you have a little wish list, don't you?
Yeah, of course you do. All these bands that I want to see before they stop, and you just start taking them off, even if you're dead excited or just I need to see this band before they stop touring. And you enjoy yourself either way. It never matters.
Yeah. I'm trying to find my list. I've got a list. No, I haven't. I've lost my list now. Oh dear. Never mind.
Yeah, but I mean, Vince Neil. Not that I can sing any better, but he's not as good as he used to be.
No. No, he's
Not at
struggling and on they're getting past 3 words without passing out, which is an issue when you're a singer.
Yeah, it's probably not usually the best combination, but
But I can't fault him for getting on stage though.
yeah, of course. The only man who can really play his instrument to his full ability anymore isn't there. Unfortunately, Mick Mars has been subbed out for John Five, who, don't get me wrong, incredible, but
he is.
we
Really
bought those
incredible.
tickets expecting Mick Mars, so
It doesn't matter because we're getting someone good. I wouldn't say better. I'd say good.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love Nicky Six. Like, I've read all his books. I think he's a real interesting bloke. And then Tommy Lee, he's there too. But
I remember seeing a video of him. I remember seeing a video of him. Not that video. But he was up on stage and he got up off of his drums and was like, "Oh, do you want to see my dick?" And he pulled out his fucking dash on. It's fucking brilliant. It's like everyone was sitting there thinking, "Oh my god, no, not again!"
No,
and then
not
out of nowhere, brings out a fucking dash on.
There you go.
Oh,
Right,
I'll try and find it. I watched that, and to be fair, I was watching in suspense, and then that happened. I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
It could have been a lot worse. So that's one thing.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But this meeting's about to end, so we'll invite you to a new one shortly, just to finish up the last few questions.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, well, we'll see you in part 2. Hello and welcome back to part 2. I'm still Riley, this is still Tom, this is still our guests.
Hello.
So we're gonna get deeper into like the better kind of we've got a few more questions left, but we're gonna get into the kind of better questions. They're the more entertaining questions.
Yeah, these are we got really bored of the questions we already had questions.
Oh, right, great.
So they're proper high brand stuff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna kick it off. Like, we don't really know what happens backstage with you lot, but are there any like before the show? Do you have any rituals that you do before?
Yeah.
Is there anything? Spoons.
Well, I think,
To be
to
honest, yeah.
being
Yeah,
Alex
it's
made it
doesn't.
our mission. So like,
Who doesn't?
every single Wetherspoons in
Everyone
the
loves
UK.
spoons.
Yeah.
Are you successful with it? Have you done quite a few of them?
No,
or
fuck
not
it.
many?
Oh, yeah, I think we've done a lot, yeah. But Christ,
We've done
Every
fucking
spoons would
before.
be near impossible.
Yeah, but we're slowly taking them off as we go. If there's one close
Slowly.
by,
How many
we're absolutely
spoons are
gonna get
there?
a chicken and a pint. Fuck
Right,
me,
he's
you're
gonna do
talking
his-
like
I think it's about 400 or something, but it's just,
Yeah, you're
we'll do
talking
it.
It feels like more.
In
It
the UK.
actually feels like more.
Actually, that's a lot lower than I expected. In the UK,
Much is it?
there is just under 900.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
That's still
Alex,
all that.
We've got a lot of work to
I
do,
think-
Alex, you say.
Yeah, I think we boxed off like maybe 30 or something.
That's a start.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
That's like
you got to start somewhere, haven't you?
that's like
Certainly.
3%.
Only another 800. Only another 870 to go.
Well,
Honestly,
exactly.
it's
you
the
know.
first thing I do. Like, as soon as I get there, I'm straight in Google Maps. Spins.
Spoons.
Yeah, you got to find one close, haven't you? Cheap food, cheap pints, gets you ready for a gig, big time.
Exactly.
And a monster before the gig as well. The energy.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you're not one of those people that go into Spoons and like measure the chips.
Christ,
I
no.
saw that a while back, and there's like people that genuinely go into Spoons and like measure every size of like all their chips, and then like
Yeah.
just make a random fucking tally of it for some reason.
Yeah, I seen the one where you
Weird.
went in and counted how many chips you got. Like he went in and went, oh, on average you're getting this many chips, and the South give this many more, and the North gives this many less. You're just like,
Who
what?
cares?
Who has
that
the
much,
fucking
man?
time? Like,
It's who's on shift, innit? It's nothing to do with the restaurant. It's just
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's just the chef going.
They're just
"There's a-
bored
there's
out
a
of their
portion."
fucking mind.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's the chef's at the end of his 8-hour shift. He's giving you like one chip in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get away from it.
He is being like severely underpaid. He just wants to go home
Yeah, he's
If,
not
it,
asked
if
how
it's
many chips
payday,
he's
you're
getting.
getting some extra ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. It'll splash out the chips.
Oh yeah. Then you're talking 30, like long ones as well. That's
You got
a
the
good
seasoning on
big.
it with that as well.
Yeah.
proper ones.
You gotta love a Spoons though, because it's the only place I can reliably go in before a fucking before a concert, knowing that they're not gonna boot me out.
It's the
I'm
best
here with my
fucking
Guardian.
thing.
I'm not drinking. You know, it's underrated, and you
We've
can have
tried
a
doing
pint
that.
with a meal.
Mm.
So
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Some bands get so pissy about it. Like I'm sitting, I just want like a Diet Coke. Like they'll be like, no, not bands, pubs. But like so many of them are like, oh no, mate, it can't be here. It's pub. We have alcohol in the vicinity. I'm like, I ain't gonna go lick it off fucking floors. I ain't being funny, but I just want a lemonade.
so if you go in and you order a brew, I can't believe that. You're under 18. Get a fucking coffee and a bit of toast. I don't know what the issue is here.
Exactly. I've just done
Especially
like a
if it's early
2.5
on in the
hour
evening.
train journey. Like all I want is a fruit shoot.
I get it at like 10, 11 o'clock, but if you're like there at any time before like 6, realistically 6 or 7, you should just be able to waltz in and order whatever you want.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
It's not like I'm going in 11:30 at night.
Do a bit of mind
True.
sweep all the drinks.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it was like two of the biggest pubs in Camden, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, not the point.
Was it that? What was it? Ice Wharf or something?
No, the World's End and the Black Heart.
Yeah, the World's End. Yeah. No, I know which one you're on about.
Past the World's End, yeah.
Yeah, we drove past it and went, "Oh, that's the World's End." Just as we drove past.
Yeah, we went there. He had to wait outside while I downed my pint and then ran back out. Not even kidding. We'd all got to see Reckless Love, that Swedish like kind of synth. Would you say synth rock?
Yeah, synth rock, like 80s inspired band for sure.
Yeah, we went to go see them, and there was like 4 of us already in there. Riley texts me or calls me and goes, "Oh, I'm at the station." I went, "Right, I'll come meet you." Go and meet him. Bring him in there. The security guard goes, "Sorry, he's not allowed in." I went, "He's not even going to drink." He
He's
goes,
just
"How do I
here."
know that?" And I went, "Yeah." And I went, "Can you watch?" I think I genuinely went to him. Can you watch him for me while I go in and down my pint? And he looked at me, and I just walked in.
Just nothing
keep an
against
eye on
these
him,
pubs,
I'm gonna
though.
go
This
in.
is not slander. This is just
No, they're good. They're good
experiences.
pubs.
Yeah, no, I get it. To be fair, I do.
Their security does a good job on like turning away minors.
Exactly. They were just looking out for their pub, and that's okay. It's just a
That
mild
is very
inconvenience
nice.
to me.
Exactly.
I'll tell you where my anxiety levels the ice for a gig. So we go Wetherspoons and we do it on the app. And Alex always tell me like, you got like 25 minutes before sound check. And I always get a bit giddy with myself, and I always order 2 pints. And sometimes I do it, and sometimes you gotta like you have 1 pint, time's up, and you just down it like that because the wait.
Oh, big time. The amount of times we've run back to a gig like, because we're definitely running late.
Literally crammed all the food down straight away because the waiter decided she was on a lunch break or something like that before you got your food.
Jesus.
Yeah,
No.
that's not the ideal start to a gig. I've got to admit, is almost throwing your food up on the way back. That's kind of advice.
Never a good sign.
It's not a good start, no.
Just there trying to like splitting your drink into like 4 parts. Like right, next 2 minutes I'll do this. Next 2 minutes I'll do that. Try and go it all.
I do that all the time. I do that all the time. It's always split it into bits. You go right. I've got to do this in like the next minute or so.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Things I'm on the ciders as well, so it's dead sweet.
Same. Yeah.
Like when you're down in them, like I like beer, don't get me wrong, but for a gig I like Stowford Press. I usually get. Yeah,
It's just because it's the only side of me doing spoons.
I prefer all me like Copperberg and all that, like what's the other one? Recorderlig and all that. They're fucking nice. And it's just a shame with all the O2 venues, all the O2 Academy venues, they've got a shit taste of fucking cider. That's the one thing I'll call out.
They'll still charge you rent for it though.
Oh, big time! Yeah, it's like, this cider you don't want, £12, please.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I don't buy it because I know I know that I don't like it. But if people obviously do like it, but
Yeah. No, I don't mind cider, but some of them are just fat. I can only have 2 of them, and I just find them dead sick. Like,
You're always
don't know
on your
why.
ales, aren't you, Alex? So it's never lager,
I like.
is it? It's always ale.
No, I like golden beers and IPAs and stuff like that, just because it's not as carbonated. And I find if I just have like a load of Budweiser, I'll just end up burping for the next 4 hours. Not ideal before a gig.
No, not at all. But unlike Tom, I stay on the hard shit. You'll catch me on the J2Os, and if I'm feeling really frisky, you might catch me with an orange Capri Sun, which actually is a real kicker because I'm allergic to oranges, so it proper fucks me that.
Fucking hell, man! You're harder than me, that's for sure.
Oh man,
you like our drummer though? He don't drink, so yeah, our drummer don't drink, so we rock up at Spoons, and he's like, "Do you have fruit juice?" Oh my God. Yeah, we're all getting pints and ciders and breakfast, and he's like, "I'll get like I'll have a sandwich and some orange juice, please." Yeah. Oh my God, lad.
I fucking miss orange juice so much.
Oh, it's
fucking
great.
got anywhere.
I won't die.
It kills Riley from the inside.
Yeah. Oh, you mean you miss it like that? I thought you meant like as in you just couldn't find it, right?
Oh no. It's not like extinct. But...
I was gonna say I was about to run out of Asda, I'd stock up on it.
Orange juice shortage, yeah.
Yeah, well, it could be the next thing. You got toilet paper and fuck knows what else. So
tomatoes.
There'll be in abundance when no one can afford them anymore.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, look at all these oranges. Yeah, well, we're all on the streets now, so.
True. Right. Next question. I believe Riley's got the floor now as he goes in for his skit.
It's about the most GCSE drama student thing you've ever seen. I'm not failing this subject, so. Fuck.
I mean, it's quite professional.
I usually pre-warn people about this because it's usually
horrific. Peaky Blinders, isn't it?
Oh, mate, honestly, they've been belling me for ages. I ain't been returning their calls. Honestly, I'd have Tommy Shelby. What's he good for?
Good point, yeah.
Anyway, so we've had some warm-up questions. You know, we've been easing you into it, but now we need to get the gut punch questions. So I'm gonna just cut to the chase this week because I dragged this on for far too long in a shit monotone voice. So really, there's just one thing I want to know. The sandwich sleuth, would like to know, what is your favourite sandwich?
That would have been funny if he just like held it up like near to his mouth, just so it made his mouth big.
So yeah, I've got this completely fucking wrong.
Mine's I got my own signature sandwich. So you toast your bread slightly, your butter, that sort of thing. And then obviously I fry my bacon. I do my bacon on high heat. Like I want all that juice to stay in. You do your eggs. Then here's the secret though. Red pesto on the bread tastes beautiful. Honestly, red pesto.
That does sound really good, actually.
Honestly, you should try it. Unless you have a nut allergy.
No, not allergic to much other than oranges.
Yeah, honestly, red pesto was like an English breakfast sort of sandwich. Honestly, makes you day.
I am going to write that down, actually.
Yeah, no,
we're thinking of starting a mini series of all these sandwiches. So
Ronnie's just going to make them and then try them every time someone suggests one.
Yeah, it's not a bad joke.
Yeah, but the real
on his sandwich that'd be Alex's.
The real kicker is I can't cook.
Scene.
So
post-credit scene, Riley tries
trying sandwiches. Yeah,
that'd be brilliant.
Bacon
actually,
and egg sandwich.
Honestly, I'm waiting for someone to recommend beans on toast sandwich because that's about all I'll be able to do. But it's not came yet. So
no, I think mine would be something yeah, well, you could do. Yeah, I think mine would be something like nice bread. Just off the bat, it's got to be nice bread. And then prosciutto ham. Some you get some like prosciutto ham. Some black pepper.
Fancy names in front of this. It's just ham in it. He's trying to make
it's ham at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's just a ham sandwich, is what he's.
No,
Exactly.
I'm not done because then I hit it with mozzarella.
Wow.
Cheese, yeah. Ham and
Yeah,
cheese.
a ham and cheese sandwich, pushing
And
the
then-
boat out.
Yeah.
And then
No.
a bit of lettuce on top with some white pepper. It's lovely.
Huh.
It's a ham and cheese sandwich.
So
Yeah,
it's
it's just a
a
ham and
cheese
cheese
sandwich
sandwich, and you
you've got.
threw the lettuce in there.
with a bit of
Yeah,
seasoning. Yeah,
but-
that's basically it.
Can't go wrong,
well,
no.
yeah, it works.
Other than the
It's a
fact that
fancy.
mozzarella.
It's like a. It's like a Tory ham and cheese sandwich is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, that is a solid sandwich. Other than the fact that mozzarella unmelted is absolutely vile,
Yeah, I know.
and I'll stand by that. It's great melted, but if it's not melted, it is utter shite.
I'll be for. I'm not happy with that. To be honest, that's bang out of order, really.
Cathedral's
What sandwich
cheese
that?
stands on top.
Yeah, to be fair, I rate Cathedral's cheese. It's good with anything, any situation. It's like a across the board cheese. Yeah, it is. It really is.
That's true.
You know what? Alex is the type of person when he makes pasta to snap the spaghetti in half so it'll fit in the pan. Honestly,
Well, that's a fucking lie, you big melt.
Not that type of person to do that though.
I'm not getting into this debate again with you. Yeah,
Again?
we'll cross that bridge another time.
Has it happened before?
Yeah, I was going to say, is this
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that you talk about often?
You've got to realise a lot of our journeys to gigs are like 4 hours long. So there's a lot of topics of conversation that should be 2 minutes that last about an hour. So there's a lot of really useless shit that gets absolutely thrown down the mine in terms of detail that really didn't need to be there.
Has snapping the spaghetti become an insult now? Do you just call each other spaghetti snappers?
Well, my heritage is fucking Italian, so he says it, and it literally offends me. I know my family would like put me out on the street if I did that, so I'm not having it.
Oh,
Fair.
totally.
Oh, I
Other
understand. I understand that. I've seen all the videos kind of like that.
Yeah, it's
putting
like the
cream in
5-minute how
carbonara,
to
you know
make
what I mean?
spaghetti. Fucking it pisses me off. Fucking Domino sauce. What the fuck are you doing?
Proper organic.
It's got to be. If you want a decent pasta, you've got to make it from. Granted, I don't make the pasta from scratch because I just don't have the time. But I don't fucking snap it when I get it, and that's the main thing I'm trying to put across here.
Ugh.
I
I
think I've made
think
my point clear now.
that's gone from sandwiches to spaghetti.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is the shit that people tune in for. I guarantee when they clicked on this video, they went, "Does Alex snap his spaghetti? I need to know this." And see, here we are. We answer the important questions here.
We do. We really get to the base of it all.
But I can say that you've passed the sandwich question.
Well, then,
Brilliant.
I'm yet to think of a closing slogan. I don't know what's really detective based. That can also be a sandwich joke.
Case closed. Case closed.
Well, yeah, no, that's my favourite type of sandwich pun.
It doesn't have to be a sandwich pun. So
I mean, he's a sandwich guy, but okay.
pushing the sandwich question to the side now. This is another brand new one that we came up with just a couple of minutes, not a couple of minutes ago, good 20 minutes ago. So if you own a bit like a very, very cool bit of like merchandise or something, what is it?
Yeah,
Well,
do you
like
have
a
any
unique
band
thing?
memorabilia or
Yeah, kind
is
of
there
that.
anything unique that you don't think anyone
Yeah.
else would have?
we were looking at getting Unknown Refuge bed sheets at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen them around, but we thought that might be far too terrifying if you woke up in the morning and
It got
Jack's
to the
just
point
there.
where it was a bit out of hand.
Yeah, there was
the
just
whole band
all
on the
sorts
bed
of stuff.
sheet.
You know what? If you
Well,
released
yeah.
Unknown Refuge bed sheets, I will put them on the bed, and they will be there for a special episode of some kind.
Oh, I don't want to see that special
encourage
episode.
him.
What was the thing that we said that we was gonna do? It was like something that no one would.
The pigeon
We-
jumpers.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. And I was like, no. Why would people buy pigeon jumpers?
No, right, because my argument, name one other like brand who sell pigeon jumpers.
No one. But who would make them?
People love new shit, right?
Pigeons.
They'll lap it up. Every pigeon owner will be like, God damn, we need one of those.
The pigeons arrive at Riley's door. We want to buy your pigeon jumpers.
Exactly. No, I think it's a great idea.
Oh.
Personally, it's unique.
Hang
No, it's done
hang
it.
on. Are you thinking of just going out into the town centre, grabbing a pigeon and just sticking a...
Put it
Put it
on.
on a bit
No,
of
mate,
rope
the
and
pigeons
fly it
come to
around.
us.
All right.
They line up in orderly fashion to buy unscented pigeon jumpers.
Trail of breadcrumbs.
I'll tell you what, it's free branding though. I mean, they're flying everywhere, aren't they? So, someone's bound to see it.
Exactly. See?
True.
See?
They
Probably
only really
craps on
fly for
someone's
a
head,
week
don't
though,
they?
until they hit a window or a bus or a car.
And then they
then,
get
yeah,
stuck to said
before
window or bus or car, and people will go, "Oh no, it's dead." But what's that on
Hit
their
the
shirt?
window.
Bang!
Oh, look,
That's another
unscented.
viewer.
And I like, fucking, what was that? Was that a pigeon wearing a pigeon jumper?
Is that an unscented pigeon jump? Wow, I should check those out. Can't let the
fucking hell, that
pigeon
was
die in
bizarre.
vain. Marketing
I mean,
genius, I'm telling you.
I did reach back for something that I bought at, funny enough, the gig that you played with the Wicked Jackals. I went and
All
bought
right.
one of the old little little
Oh,
chains.
right.
Yeah,
Mate,
yeah, they're
I
quality.
looked at it and thought, "Fuck, it looks good. I've got to get it."
Yeah, I think we've got a few like different colours, just sort of random picks
Yes,
that
I
we.
saw.
Yeah, so but yeah, there's one of the fellas you might have come across him, Mark Parsley. He's he's basically like Shark Fest, but he does them and he's just fantastic. He's done some little bullet ones as well that have Unknown Refuge,
I
like
saw them.
engraved in them and stuff. Yeah,
That's cool.
proper, just really cool stuff that you don't see a lot of. That we thought, yeah, they're mint them, yeah. But yeah, it's just a nice little thing, rather than having to spend 15 quid in a t-shirt. It helps out. It's a fiver.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
someone that I've not seen before, and yeah, I think they just look sick.
Yeah, so look out for the Unknown Refuge pigeon jumpers coming out to promote the new album.
I'll tell you what, it's a banging idea. That's all
It's
right.
so
You know what I mean?
For the next gig, we'll really get into it in the van because that's where all the best ideas are formed.
And the worst ones, right?
It
What
might
we
need a bit
had
of
last week.
fleshing out, but there's a great starting idea there.
I think there is, yeah. Bird attire.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll even let you take the bird attire idea. We can build an empire here of bird attires.
I genuinely think you're onto something here.
We are
So
the pioneers here. We'll go on like
Yeah, it's
Dragon's
gonna be
Den.
Gonna fly.
mark the
Oh, yeah,
fucking
I've got
date.
those.
Today's the
Oh,
day.
Yeah.
The wings.
Yeah,
I think
Dragon's Den.
we should-
I thought the
Yeah.
jumper was going around the wings. I was going to say, how's it like? It's just going to be strapped in like that. But you
There
can't
could
put
be
the
long
bombs in
sleeves
it.
and short
It's not a
sleeves.
pigeon straitjacket. Christ.
Pigeon straight jacket.
What, for-
Once again,
Fucking wings in my
unscented
heart.
Crazy.
straight jacket. That'd be quite unique.
It fucking would be, yeah. Oh, can
Probably
I
wouldn't
try
get
it
many
on?
sales.
Yeah.
But
You can keep it on if you want.
No!
No.
The unscented
Oh,
asylum.
Oh, and I'll just get
No.
the payment card from your pocket. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
But, Riley, I believe we've only got one question left.
Well, let's move on to our final
And
question.
it is one of the best questions we've probably kept from episode 2. You
I
think?
believe,
Yeah.
from the very first guest episode, this has been rocking about. So I'll explain the rules while Tom gets his notepad. So
From somewhere.
I would like you to create a band. You can do it separately or together. That's down to you. Whoever you put in your band, they can be dead or alive. They will be alive in the band unless you specifically ask them not to be. You can have as many people on as many instruments as you want, but you need at least the core fundamentals of a singer, a bassist, a guitarist, and a drummer. But if you want to have like Chris Pratt on the violin, you can. But if you put someone on an instrument they don't know, they will not magically learn that instrument. But not stopping you. And that might be it. Oh yeah, you can be in the band, but you don't have to be.
Oh no, if we're making a good band, I'm not in it. Fuck me. Right, Jack, let's strategize. Drummer, who do you think? My initial thoughts, the Rev, but
Yeah, the Rev, definitely.
what do you want to think of a guitarist that you're thinking of?
Oh, We're definitely gonna have what is it? Jack Black doing his little xylophone thing in there, but for a guitarist,
So completely not the guitar, but for the xylophone. Yeah.
A guitar. Probably have Steve Vai and Herman Lee. There you go. You got a bit of feel and you got a bit of shredding. You know.
Yeah, solid.
Bassist, you'd have Lemmy, wouldn't you?
Love Herman Lee.
Oh yeah, big time. And then vocalists. I think we have like 3 vocalists that can do all like the harmonies and stuff. So I reckon Amy Winehouse.
Oh, that's a very good pick. Alive?
I mean, well, yeah, if you got alive. I think it'd be a bit of a morbid scene if you just propped up in the corner.
Oh God.
We've got Amy Winehouse. Let's have another singer. Who do we think? We need someone just like brutal, and then we need someone that's like ska. That's what we need, something like that.
Got Brian Adams in there. Just, why not? Brian Adams, why not?
Oh, Brian Adams. All right, yeah, we'll bang Brian Adams in there.
Get that summertime feel, isn't it? Yeah.
And then we just need absolutely face-smashing gutturals. Will Ramos, I reckon, from Lorna Shore.
Right, so let me go this straight. We've got Brian Adams, Will Ramos, and Amy Winehouse doing vocals. Yeah,
I think that's an incredible plethora of genres.
You know, Alex, I'm glad I'm not in this band.
Your stage manager, that's what we'll do.
I'll do the lights or something, you know.
And is that everyone?
Stood at the back. I think we want, who else do we want? We want Lars, but we want him dead.
Okay. On an instrument or just there?
Just propped up at the back trying to claim copyright on some of the songs or something. just do what he does, but dead. And I think that'll probably complete our band.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay. And that's that band.
We do love Metallica, by the way, just saying.
Oh yeah, no, big time, yeah. But it's just funny.
It's just one of those funny things that people on the internet decide to claim, at least.
Yeah. It's just a funny thing.
Wasn't it something like?
Quite funny.
Wasn't it something like he tried to sue a kid for playing?
Yeah, they played a drum cover on YouTube. Yeah, played a drum cover on YouTube, and he sent her like a cease and desist.
Right.
Jesus.
He's
another breed, Lars. Old Ricky is.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. I think just having him sat at the back with his fucking accountant over his shoulder, just typing an email.
Yeah,
dead.
Him pointing. Yeah, that guy.
That fucker.
Yeah, he's not alive. His finger will just point.
He can sense the copyright claims.
He's got a lawyer next to him, just writing everything down.
Being used like a marionette, just someone just controlling his arms at the back, just.
Mr. Ulrich,
we will get our royalties.
I think that is
a great spot to end it.
Yeah.
And so, unless you've got any questions for us before we finish.
Well, what's the next gig we're going to see you at? I think that's the question.
I don't actually know, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
I think our next ones are sort of Midlandsy. Manchester, that's Wales, Sheffield. I don't know more than like a month and a
Games.
I don't know a day in advance.
We're in Kent at Maidstone.
Oh, absolutely not. Sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah,
no.
I
might be going to Maidstone. I might be going to Maidstone.
Well, there you go. We might see you there.
Hopefully, because some of our close friends are playing the Friday night.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, it's going to be a mint festival. We got asked to play it, and we've seen some of the bands that are on.
It is
absolutely
fucking amazing lineup.
Yeah, threw ourselves at the opportunity. I mean, fucking jump the gun isn't even the fucking word. Usually you make sure the lads are available. You're like, no, we're available. Yeah, we'll do it.
I don't care if you're working. I'm dragging.
We are doing it.
Yeah.
No questions asked. We are doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a you're free. You are free. Was the conversation
you don't have
that we
a choice.
had. So unfortunately, you're going. So
there are some
Prize!
gigs. There are some gigs where it's literally like if you're in work, you're getting dragged out by the neck, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or you're arriving in the
Attendant,
next day after 2 hours of sleep. It's part of rock and roll lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to make it to a show. It's a bit more difficult for me because I live a bit further out, and
Yeah.
half the bars won't let me in. But when I can, I will try my very best to make it.
Brilliant,
It should
brilliant.
be meeting you in person and listening to your music.
Yeah, absolutely.
So. But we're running a bit low on time, so I'll wrap this up. Please go listen to Unknown Refuge. They're proper quality. Please listen to us too. We're all right. Go follow Unknown Refuge and us on Instagram. Subscribe to us and hit that awesome bell button because I've been told to say that. And comment because interaction really boosts us. And I want money. Great. So
Scrooge McDuck.
yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. And thank you very much for listening.